Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Ignition Time. Let's just jump right in. President Biden goes on the offensive against critics of his $4 trillion stimulus plan, and the president argues that rising wages show that his agenda is indeed working. Here's the headline on your screen from CNBC. President Biden goes on offense against economic critics, arguing that rising wages show that his agenda is indeed working. In fact, the president said this, and I quote, "When it comes to the economy we're building, rising wages are not a bug, they are a feature." Here are some important comments from the President of the United States. The bottom line is this: the Biden economic plan is working. We've had record job creation. We're seeing record economic growth. We're creating a new paradigm, one that rewards work, the working people in this nation, not just those at the top. And again, the President said, when it comes to the economy we're building, rising wages are not a bug, they are a feature. Also, the president called out the Republicans, saying that some Republicans had no shame and were taking credit for the economic plan despite voting against the American Rescue Plan. The president also said this: "We want to get something economists call full employment, where instead of workers competing with each other for jobs that are scarce, we want employers to compete to attract workers." The president also said this, and this is big. He said, "A lot of companies have done extremely well in this crisis, and good for them. The simple fact is, though, corporate profits are the highest they've been in decades. Workers' pay is at the lowest it's been in 70 years. We have more than ample room to raise worker pay without raising consumer prices." And also, here's an important statement from the president: "We have a chance to seize the economic momentum of the first months of my administration, not just to build back, but to build back better. And this time, we're going to deal everyone in." Pretty incredible comments from the President of the United States. In fact, let's take a look at some of the key segments of what the President just said. Let's take a look at the first segment where the President says, "This is our moment to rebuild the economy from the bottom up and the middle out." Let's take a look at President Biden.
What kind of economy are we going to build for tomorrow? What are we going to do? I believe this is our moment to rebuild an economy from the bottom up and the middle out. Not a trickle-down economy from the very wealthy. That has never benefited people who are at this college or any other place where they're trying to make a living. To build an economy that rewards work, not just wealth. An economy that works for the backbone of this country. The people who get up every single day, work hard, raise their families, pay their taxes, serve their country, volunteer in their communities, just looking for a little bit of breathing room. My dad used to say, just a little bit of breathing room, honey. And Tim has heard me say this 1,000 times. My dad used to say, Joey, a job's about a lot more than a paycheck. It's about your dignity. It's about respect. It's about your place in the community. It's about being able to look your kid in the eye and say, honey, it's going to be okay.
Now, if you thought those comments were important, take a look at this. And this, I feel, is extremely significant. People never, ever thought they would need that kind of help. He's talking about hunger and poverty. And the president said, America is back. You've heard me talk about the cycle of poverty on our channel before. The cycle of poverty is something that millions of our fellow Americans have tried to escape. In some cases, it takes decades. In other cases, it takes generations. And this pandemic has forced individuals back into the cycle of poverty and essentially forced individuals to experience hunger and poverty for the first time. And no one should experience that. No American, no individual should experience that. Let's roll the tape and hear from the President of the United States about our fellow Americans experiencing hunger and poverty for the first time, but also pointing out that America is back.
Before I took office, almost 24 million Americans were going hungry. Marcy's heard me say this before. Did you ever think you'd see people lined up for miles and miles and miles going into a stadium to get someone to put a box of food in their trunk? People who never, ever, 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 ever thought they'd need that kind of help. Well, that number of hungry Americans, food-starved Americans, has dropped by 30%. Still too many, but there's clear progress. Before I took office, independent experts were projecting that our economy would grow at 3 to 4% in the year 2021. But they're now projecting that growth will be 6% or higher in 2021. the fastest growth in this country in 40 years. To sum it up, COVID cases are down, COVID deaths are down, unemployment filings are down, hunger is down, vaccinations are up, jobs are up, growth is up, people gaining health coverage is up, small business confidence is up. Put it simply, America's coming back. America's on the move.
And in the final segment, the thing that really jumps out is the president talking about Wall Street versus the middle class. In fact, the president specifically said, Wall Street did not build this country, the middle class built this country. Let's take a look at comments from President Biden.
And the best way to grow our economy is from the bottom up and the middle out. You know, I don't have anything against anybody in Wall Street. I don't have anything against anybody making $1 million, but Wall Street did not build this country. The middle class built this country, and unions built the middle class. That's a fact. An approach to recognize that at this time, when we rebuild the middle class, we have to bring everybody along, regardless of their background, regardless of their religion, regardless of their race. That's the approach reflected in the American Rescue Plan, which my friends in the Congress helped get passed. Because of that law, more than 167 million Americans got a rescue payment of $1,400. It's gone out helping families pay their rent, pay their bills, buy their groceries, and maybe most important, give them for the first time some hope. A little bit of hope. Hope goes a long, long, long way. Those checks matter.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the president going on the offense against critics of the American jobs plan, the $4 trillion infrastructure plan, while calling out the Republicans, while emphasizing the importance of rebuilding the economy from the bottom up and the middle out, mentioning our fellow Americans who have experienced hunger and poverty for the first time, and then ending with an important comment that Wall Street did not build this country, the middle class built this country. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time. This right here is a little bit of information about me. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. Please click the like button. Please subscribe. Please enable notifications. That is your way of supporting our channel. We work very hard on this channel to bring you the latest news on an ongoing basis. And also, please follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is ignition_time. That's ignition_time. So please follow us on Twitter. You'll get the latest news and alerts on Twitter. Thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Take care. Bye.